Hello and welcome to Tales from the Paper Darkness, Gothic short stories and poems by Derwin Seraphine. Tonight's episode, Stepping Out. One last step. As she turned her face to the open sky, she breathed a happy sigh. It was good to feel the cool air on her skin, comforting and gentle. The small smile crept slowly across her mouth, filling her full of the little joys of life. That was why she had come up here. Why she had climbed those hundreds of stairs, to feel free, for once in her life, to live rather than just survive. But it wasn't enough. She couldn't forget her troubles so easily. The relief she felt was fleeting. As fulfilling as it had been, that little joy, it was melting away like a mist on a summer morning. Soon it would be gone completely. She needed to prolong that feeling a little longer, needed that relief again. She took one more step. The moment she stepped off the side of the building, everything changed. The air wasn't cool and gentle anymore. It was hard and shocking, like a blast of cold water. Suddenly she was wide awake, and she could see every little detail with such clarity. She could feel the blood flowing through her veins. She could sense the adrenaline affecting her entire body. She could feel the nerve endings inside of her sparking furiously. Finally, she thought, I am alive. For too long she had been living from day to day, doing anything she could just to get by. For too long she had been forcing herself to get up every morning, forcing herself to get through the day. But now she was alive. In this one moment she felt happier than she ever had in her entire life. There was no past, and no future. Time had ceased to exist. She wasn't falling, she was flying. She was soaring towards the ground, and nothing mattered. But like everything else, it was only a moment, and then it was over. When the storm started. When the storm started, I was outside in my garden. For the first time in a long time, I had stepped out of my isolation. It had been months and months since I had seen anything other than those four walls. I needed to get out, needed to get away. Even if it was just one step out into the garden, only one tiny little taste of freedom. The air had been preparing for this all day, that first thunderclap. There had been an expectation in the air, that muggy electric feeling in the atmosphere. I could tell that a storm was coming, that it had been building for some time, and yet still it made me jump. My first thought was to run back inside, my primal instincts urging me to get away from the danger, but I didn't. My desire to be gone from my prison winning over my fear, built into all of us. Instead, I turned my face towards the sky as the rain fell. The air was still warm, and between the crashes of thunder, the sky lit up in brilliant veins of light. The cool water hit my face in rhythmic relief. For hours I stood there as the storm crashed around me, the thunder and lightning getting closer and closer with every crash and every burst of light. Still I stayed, my head tilted towards the sky and a smile on my face, free, if only for a moment. That was One Last Step and When the Storm Started. Both can be found in Tales from Behind the Wallpaper by Derwin Seraphine, available via Amazon on Kindle or paperback. Thank you for listening.